Hi, and welcome to Mommy Talk Tuesday. Today I'm going to be talking about the amber teething necklace. A lot of people say that these work wonderful and swear by them, and other people say that they don't work at all and it's more of a placebo effect. I like to do things a little bit more naturally, so I thought I'd go ahead and give it a try, and I'm going to be sharing with you my experience with this. Now, life's not a one-size-fits-all, so what works for me may not work for somebody else, and vice versa. So I just thought I'd share with you what works for me. When Miles was 7 months, he got his first tooth. Now at almost 11 months, he has just 4 teeth. A lot of babies, when they're teething, they get really grumpy, they get runny noses, low-grade fevers, and you can just really tell that they're teething. Miles never had any of those signs or symptoms. When he popped his first tooth, I went ahead and I got this amber teething necklace. Now, a couple things I was very concerned about with the amber teething necklace is the choking and strangulation hazard. Now this one I got here at a local boutique for $18, and it has a magnetic closure. It comes off very easily, and it made me feel more comfortable with him wearing this, especially at night. The only time he doesn't wear it is when he's in the bath. I just go ahead and take it off for that. But I just really like how it comes off so easily. Now, when he first started wearing it, he did pull it off just a few times because I think it was just something new on his neck, and he just ended up pulling it off. Now that he's been wearing it for several months, he doesn't even touch it, it doesn't even bother him, and he never pulls it off. The other safety concern with this is if it were to break, all the beads would come off. Some of the necklaces are individually knotted in between each bead, so if it does break, you just lose one bead. This one, however, is made with industrial high quality strength wire, so you can pull it pretty hard and it won't break. Now, that's not to say that it will never break. I mean, it may break, but it's less likely to break because of the industrial strength. Now, the first one I did get, the lady that makes them, she had a faulty spool of thread or of wire, and it did break, but it broke up here at the top, and she has a special crimp that she uses, so if it does break up here, the beads all don't come off, which is what happened. It just broke up there and it didn't come off, so she replaced it, and we haven't had any issues since then, so that's been really nice. Like I said, he wears it all the time, and I believe it helps somewhat with his teething. So I'm very neutral about it. I'm not like, you need to go buy one or don't waste your money. I'm just, for us, I think it's been helpful. It's been beneficial. And it does help, I believe, with kind of the dull teething of the teeth shifting and trying to come through. He hasn't been fussy. I know a lot of babies are really fussy and grumpy and get runny noses and are just really fussy, and you can tell that they're teething. He never had any of that. So I don't know if that was attributed to this or not. I'd like to think it was. But he was never fussy. You could never tell that he was getting teeth in. The only time that he was really fussy was the night before each of his teeth poked through. He was really fussy going down to bed. He wouldn't sleep and was just really fussy. So I think it helps with that dull pain of the tooth coming through, but not the actual like sharp pain of each tooth poking through. So what I did for that is I got this Hyland's teething gel. There's a couple other options. There was the Hyland's teething tablets, and the Hyland's is a homeopathic like remedy to help with teething. So I was gonna get the tablets, but I looked in the ingredients and there was lactose in there, and I didn't want to give Miles any dairy. So I just I went ahead with the Hyland's teething gel. There was another option. It was a different brand. I can't remember the name of the brand, but it's in little single serve tubes, and you just twist off the top and squeeze it into their mouth, and it's just the homeopathic remedy in there. It doesn't have any other ingredients besides water, no sweeteners, no flavors, no preservatives, nothing. And I was gonna get that because I didn't want the preservatives, but that was right around the time when we were trying to start solid foods with Miles, and he didn't like us putting stuff in his mouth. So I figured if he's really fussing and, you know, trying to fight me putting that in his mouth, there's no way I'm gonna get that liquid for him to be able to swallow it without making a mess. So I went ahead and went with the Highlands Teething Gel, and this has been wonderful for us. Now it's different than Orajel. Whoops! So this is different than Orajel, whereas Orajel is like topical numbing, and so I wanted something a little bit more natural. This is the homeopathic remedy, so you just put a little bead on your finger and rub it on their gums, and it's not numbing, but I'm not sure exactly how the homeopathic stuff works, but it does. It works wonders. I put this a little, it's easier for me to get this in his mouth than it would have been for me to get the liquid or something else in his mouth. So you can apply this as frequently as every 15 minutes, but for us, just one time applying it did the trick. So I just used this a couple times on his gums just the night before each tooth poked through. I just put a little bit on there and it took care of it, and he's able to go to sleep. And so I really highly recommend this if you want to do a little bit more natural than just the Orajel or something else. So between the Amber Teething Necklace and this Highlands Teething Gel, teething has been a breeze for us. It's been wonderful. The only negative experience that we've had with this is several people have actually thought that Miles was a girl because he was wearing a necklace. And I find that kind of funny because he doesn't look girly and he wears boyish clothes. So a lot of people, one of them was an older gentleman, so I'll give him that. But it's just kind of funny that, you know, if a baby's wearing a necklace, they automatically assume it's a girl. But I mean, it doesn't bother me. It's fine. I just say, oh, it's an Amber Teething Necklace, and they're like, oh, they can chew on it. That's so nice. No, they don't chew on it. It's not to be chewed on. But if you're interested in how they work, check out the link in the description box and you can figure that out. Now, like I mentioned earlier when I said that the first one we had broke, it broke in the evening and I couldn't get it replaced till the morning, and that night was an awful night. He was up so many times crying. So I don't know if it was just a coincidence that, you know, we had a rough night, the night it happened to break, or if this actually really did help him. I haven't wanted to experiment since then. But that's our experience with the Amber Teething Necklace, and let me know if you've tried it, if it works for you or not. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. So I'm not going to say you need to go out and buy one or don't waste your money. That's just what works for us. So I'm pretty neutral about it. It may work, it may not work, I don't know. But this is what has worked for us, and I hope that you were able to find this information helpful. And so like this video if it was helpful to you, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Mommy Talk Tuesday.